Naga NLTV, sob manula was. Amigan itia yere Naga Law Students Federation (NLSF) kanore ginese. Yere amianore NLSF laga President C Talimo logri buginese. Recently, December 6 se ekta press release olaise itu Oting incident de itu condemn grigine itu NLSF kanba olaise. To aji amian yere President C Talimo NLSF laga President logri bugine itu legal standpoint pra itu kinia ase itu olop kotha pati bole ahi gine ase. To itu NLSF la press release la opore amni olop kuidimina.
Before anything, I would like to say something that I grew up at Digit Mon, and I know my Konyak brothers and sisters very well. My heart is with the people of Oting, and NLSF stands for Oting. Now, in solidarity with the families of the victims, the Naga Law Students Federation begins by stating that the Nagas are peace-loving people. And it was a time when the people were anxiously waiting for the Christmas, and at a time when the famous International Hornbill Festival was going on at Kisama, Kohima. The Indian Security Forces, under the cover of Armed Forces Special Power Act, blatantly shoot and kill the innocent civilians on the pretext that they have signaled them to stop. What justification is that? Killing innocent civilians on a mere suspicion, and not to file any prosecution for that act. This Afspa is a threat to India's security, as this Afspa has been operational in the Northeast for the past 63 years. It has tremendously failed to eliminate the militancy, and as long as this Afspa continues, we are afraid that the Naga people and the Northeast people will continue to alienate from the mainland India. Now, the question is, who is really creating the disturb in our area? Is it the Nagas? Is it the Northeast people? We don't think so that it is the Naga people or the Northeast people. It is the Indian security forces who is really disturbing the peace-loving people of this area, of this region. So the question of disturb for the purpose of Afspa does not arise. Therefore, the Naga Law Students Federation, in solidarity with the families of the victims who has lost their precious life, come up with a press release condemning the act and demanding for justice and calling the central government to reveal the very act. That was what our press release was. Yeah.
Itu Afspa do huishe gule do for more than 60 years Nagaland state te thagi ase aru ina huine alak Northeast states tv ase to itu Afspa do huishe gule do mainland brothers aru sisters kan garne apni olop explain kuri dibo itu Afspa ra kinia Northeast manon ge effect kuri ase.
Naga people in particular and the Northeast people have tremendously been traumatized by this infamous outcast, shameless Afspa for the past 63 years. And I'm the living proof. Because I can vividly remember the Mokokchung incident. I was a kid then, at that point of time. It was on 27th of December 1994. When the 16 Maratha Light Infantry indiscriminately, start firing on the innocent civilians. I've heard and I've seen people screaming, women and children crying. Okay, many people killed on that very day. Many burned alive, tortured, properties destroyed, women raped, etc., at the hands of the 16 Maratha Light Infantry. So, like I've said that this Afspa has tremendously, criminalized even in our day-to-day life activities. Because I can't imagine that I'm alive today. So haunting to even think about it. That's how it affects. That's how the impact of the Afspa towards the people, and how we are facing on our day-to-day life activities. Let us try to examine something. The Oting incident it happened on 4th December, subsequently on 5 also in Mon. If we consider the date, and if we look at the extension date of Afspa, the Afspa was extended with effect from 1st of July. With effect from 1st of July for a period of 6 months, which is due to expire on 31st of December. We will be going further to that. But that alone speaks volume. Okay, that alone speaks a volume. Therefore, we can say that, and we always have a reason that this Afspa has a lot of negative impacts on our day-to-day life activities. Yeah.
Itu fundamental rights kwado huise gule do apni kan law puria manohan bhai balra jani rago in depth to huise gule do to idu Afspa do huise gule do of course it's infringing the fundamental rights of the people, but itu kinya infringe crazy to all detail rami han NLTV viewers kan gi kudibo.
India being a signatory to the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, the killing of innocent civilians by its own military force violates every humanitarian principles, putting India's commitment to world peace inquestionable. And this Afspa is in contrary to Article 20 and 21 of the Indian Constitution, which talks about right to life and personal liberty, as this law gives the absolute power to the military forces to kill any person. This shameless, unscrupulous, outdated Afspa, which was passed in 1942 during the British colonial era, during the Lord Viceroy Lord Lillingco, to suppress the Quiet India movement, cannot be implied and enforced, at least at this modern age. And further, mention may be made that Article 359 of the Indian Constitution provides the President of India to suspend the fundamental rights under Part 3 of the Indian Constitution during a national emergency. But during that national emergency also, Article 20 and 21 cannot be eliminated at any cost. That's what it states under Article 359. Law permits the army and the security forces the power to maintain the peace and security in the interest of the state, but not at the cost of the life of the civilian citizens of the state. Therefore, this law is unreasonable, unjust, unfair, unscrupulous, biased, and hence unconstitutional and ultra vires ab initio. Yeah, that's what we can say. If you ask me to how it infringes the fundamental rights of the citizens. That's how it infringes the basic features of the Indian Constitution as well as the fundamental rights. Yeah.
Aro idu Federation apni NLSF Nagaland Law Students Federation la opinion bi ki ase to Home Minister la statement la opore.
When the people of the state were anxiously waiting for the Home Minister's statement, but to utter surprise, instead of mitigating the situation, he has claimed that the civilian vehicles were, signaled to stop. And on suspicion, the security forces opened fire. Even a small kids would laugh at such justification. Such justification, greatly hurts the sentiments of our Northeast people. Because in a situation, if I were signaled to stop, I would run rather. Because like I have said that I have been traumatized as a result of this shameless, unscrupulous, outdated, outcast Afspa. So under such circumstances, I'm not safe, you are not safe, we are not safe. Therefore, this law has to be revealed at any cost. That's what we can say, based on the very statement of our Home Ministry. Yeah.
Aro itu Afspa laga upore apni bi iku further comment asna nai, like aro iku bi extra kohole monjai asna nai, aro ina hui gine itu khali nuine NLSF laga standpoint pi itu Afspa laga upore ki ase.
The recent indiscriminate killings of the innocents by the security forces at Oting has reached the international. And the world is watching on India. Never ever repeat that mistake again. Because gone were the days when the Naga people and the Northeast people were kept in dark. And now the world has become a global village. And the world is watching on India. Therefore, the Naga Law Students Federation, in solidarity with the civilians who have lost their precious life at the hands of the security forces, appeal to the government of India that enough is enough. The English have left India. The English passed this law to suppress the Indians. Nagas are not English. Northeast people are not English. So if you care that Nagaland and Northeast is also a part of India, reveal this shameless outcast English law, or in other words, the so-called Afspa from the area at any cost whatsoever. Yeah, thank you.
Apni anita huni luje NLSF Naga Law Students Federation laga awas to. Itu awas to wa amigan la itu ita Afspa repeal kuribi kwa laga upore olop impact aishi gule do itu chutu ekta message ekta wa bi impact kuri dishi gule do bishi khushi ekta khobor ho gine naga manan sob karne amigan janibo pare ase. Itu report lobole karne ami yeri tia Nagaland Law Students Federation laga office te agine ase ami lore video journalist Imliwa Sanglier ami Motamjin Pongener apni gan sai ase NLTV aro itu ase huni ase sob manu laga was.